Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of the Extra Point. Peel Culture in the house. The First Lady of Sports, Tasha T. Sizzle, in the house. Tasha T. Sizzle, how are you doing this morning, beautiful?
I'm doing good. I don't know what kind of sickness I had. I'm finally just now getting over it. Remember, y'all, I was sick one show. Then the next week, I was healed. I have exorcised the demon. This space is clear. But um, but but after that, I would still be like clearing my throat, and then like something would be coming up, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? But I think I'm finally getting to the point where I'm all the way healed because it is kind of hard down here when you get sick for certain things. The medicine, the treatment is a little difficult, so you kind of have to wait that out till it goes away.
Tasha, are you saying that it's hard down here for a pimp?
When you're trying to get this money for the rent, you ain't
See,
know. Mm-hmm.
she is undefeated in musical alley oops. I don't care what genre, what era. If I throw her a lyric, she is going to finish it. Good morning, Melanie Taylor. We got a jam-packed show for you today. Plenty of good topics if I don't knock my keyboard over. So let's get to it.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute.
we
Oh, damn. Isn't getting no we on text or nothing. Tasha.
it
I
better
was
be.
asking your mama questions in the pre-roll, so that
It
she
be
was
your own
distracted.
kids. But we
And
got
she
to,
was
we got to
distracted.
look. We got to give our number one student a shout out. Guess where Melanie is?
Where are you, Melanie?
She in Vegas by herself. She took some me time, like Selena Johnson. And I don't know if y'all saw Melanie's photo on her Facebook. She's sitting up there with her thighs out, giving free foot photos to people.
Wait a minute, foot photos. Tasha, send me that. Y'all know. Y'all know I
But
like a good foot.
she is out there relaxing, getting her some me time, and we all need a little me time. And I told her, don't
There
worry
you go.
about logging in or watching the show today. You know, you on vacation. See, this is what a top student does. See,
See, wait a minute, hold on. Had that leg propped up and everything.
show did, y'all.
Hey, well, you know what? It is really early out there in Vegas. So, Melanie, I want to really say good morning to you and hope you are enjoying your time in Vegas. We will be out there in October. Speaking of Vegas, good morning, Farrah Fawcett. Good morning. Look at all this beautiful black girl magic checking in early. AP Coulter, good morning. AP, I need you to stick around for the second segment because I got to give you an apology and a shout out, AP Coulter. You get flowers today because you kind of sunned us last week on the show, and I will explain to everybody when we get to that topic. But good morning to my beautiful mother. There's always a great day when I get to FaceTime this woman. Got to FaceTime her earlier this week, and when you hear the little boop that they're picking up, you just start smiling, like hey, mom. All right, let's get to it. All right, congratulations are in order to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They put hands on the Minnesota Timberwolves and they secured their spot in the NBA Finals the first time since 2012. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander earned the Magic Johnson Award for Western Conference Finals MVP to go along with his league MVP that he earned a couple of weeks ago. Tasha, you're up first with this question. Is SGA a superstar?
No. I mean, I love him to death, but I don't think he's reached that realm of superstardom. Favor, I'm gonna write you because we already know what the problem is, Favor.
No, there is no problem that God can't solve. Just like, take it to the Lord in prayer. We
Favor,
good.
I'm gonna text you.
Well,
Anyway,
wait a minute. Not to digress. I come to Tasha with plans for a trip, but her and Pharaoh planning it behind my back.
y'all know how I am when I plan a trip, and y'all know how it is when you plan trips. You have to secure things when they are available because if you don't, they go away.
That's fair.
The
That's
last
fair.
time, and I keep trying to tell a certain him and a certain spicy mouthed ass child of mine, I have to fly off of this island. Y'all, I need to make sure your tickets are booked before my tickets are booked.
No. You book your tickets, and I won't meet you there. I will beat you there. That's what that is. You do what you need to do, and I will make sure that I acquiesce. Melanie, are you going to the game? Yes, we are. Tighten up. Yes, we are. We're gonna see that rookie Cam Ward put hands on.
But Melanie, just to let you know,
don't.
Farah and I will be wearing our teams, which are sworn enemies of the Raiders.
So when I go viral on somebody's GoPro for getting whooped by a gang of Raiders fans, it's because of these two, because I wouldn't let nobody put hands on either one of those women. All right, I will take the lump, and I'm going to go viral, and I'm going to be on Shade Room and all that other foolishness y'all follow on Instagram. But I just want you to know, Mama, when I come home for Thanksgiving with my face all knotted up, it's because of these two heifers. Right. Good morning. Speaking of black girl magic, good morning. Yeah, Spicy Mouth.
And let me shout out Treese really, really early.
I ain't playing no games, Farrah. Go ahead, Tasha.
Anybody who follows our nephew, Miles, Saw Dog, Big Mouth, somebody hacked his Instagram account. And the question that he sent me, I knew it didn't sound right, and I knew it wasn't him. So, of course, me being Spicy Mouth too, I said something back. I said, well, let me ask your mom. And the person sent a photo of Miles. And that's when I was like, uh-oh. I picked up that phone. I'm in physical therapy for my back. I said, hey, check your phone real fast. I said, has Miles' account been hacked? What did Mama Bear do? She jumped up. Miles, change your password.
That shocked me because I remember when Mama called your name like that. That's not a or a yes, ma'am. You get up.
I mean, it was literally when I told her. She said, Miles. She just yelled it. She said, change your password.
Right. Yeah, y'all raise up off of Miles. That I call him Millionaire Miles because the power of life and death resides in the tongue.
Protect our youngins out here.
We do. Y'all raise up. Love Miles. All right.
Okay.
I'm surprised that you said the Shade wasn't a superstar because I know you Team Canada, and I am on the fence about it, Tasha. So let me go to my second question. What constitutes a superstar in your opinion? What's the definition for you?
This is the superstar to me. If you saw Shay walking down the street, or the average person saw him walking down the street, would they know who he was? If you were not a basketball, I mean, even though we watch basketball, we know him. If I saw him walking down the street, I wouldn't know who he was.
Right. You would know that he's extremely tall and that he may be a basketball player, but you wouldn't know for what team or
right. You would have to do a double take and be like, damn, is that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? That's how that would be, as opposed to, man, I know that ain't LeBron James, or you know.
Right. We're like, I was expecting friction on this topic because Tasha, to me, and mine aligns with you. I kind of highlighted. I said one of the best players and recognizable to non-sports fans. So I think we're kind of right here on that. Now, I'm trying to think of where do we draw the line between superstar talent and superstar? Because I mean, he's a superstar talent, right? Or is he not even there yet?
I mean, he has a. John Morant is more talented. John Morant is a. I can't really say John Morant is a superstar, but
yeah, you can just say it.
But like I said, it's the off the court instances because John Morant was blowing up. He had blowed up.
Okay.
Shai is undeniably talented, and I'm not going to say he's not. I'll be lying.
But keep going.
But I mean, his
right. It's murky waters, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the era we grew up in. We grew up with the '92 Dream Team,
right?
Where, I mean, that picture. I mean, I really think it shocked Jordan when he was over in Barcelona and he's looking up at this mural that is 60 feet tall.
Yes.
Of him.
Yes.
Then you had like your first wave of internationals, China being one of the biggest country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yao Ming, that effect.
Yeah.
Like Yao Ming may have not been the most popular person in America, but Yao Ming was one of the most popular superstars due to the fact of where he came from.
Right. Remember when AI went overseas?
Yeah.
And how they mock Klay Thompson overseas.
Even Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury is bigger overseas than he is.
Right. And his shoes cost $7.99 right now. So like, yeah, and Tasha hadn't seen this rundown. She's basically going off the rip with me. But my next question, which for some reason we stay simpatico like that. I think when I have a dream that I'm getting killed, she has a dream that she's cracking the door open for me, saying, "Come on in the house." Like we
just tell everybody that I let you die.
Allegedly, because I was live and I'm in effect because Mama be praying over your boy. All right, so you brought up Ja, and the next thing that I have here on my rundown is let's do a superstar check with T Sizzle. Ja was one of the names on the list. You say no superstar?
I just think he's dimming his shine. He has dimmed his shine.
He has, and he's letting people who are not better than him, like SGA and Tyrese Halliburton, pass him in the ranks.
Exactly.
And it's totally his fault. Now, one of the reasons why I brought up Ja is because I work from home primarily, but every now and then I'll go into the office when they're giving out free food. I'm gonna just keep it real. When they got free food there, I'm gonna show up, do my lunch break, hang around, and talk to people. And one of my colleagues who is not a sports fan saw me in my Ja Morant jersey, and he did this, pow, pow, pow. And I was, Tasha, don't.
See, but that's not famous. That's called infamous.
It is, but the thing is, like, right? I'm saying, but he knows he recognized the 12 with Ja Morant. So it says murky waters as far as superstar talent versus superstar. Let's see. Jarrell says Ja Morant is more popular than SGA. Bad boys sell more tickets.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Shouts out to
sometimes you get famous for being a mess up.
No, I think we're past the 2-minute threshold, so we won't get knocked off YouTube. So you're fine for the rest of the show.
Sometimes what they say, controversy sells.
It does, but I do think Nike is like, hey, look, bro. No, we don't forgave you. Now we need you to first of all, stay out of trouble with the league, and 2, stay healthy so we can promote these shoes.
Right.
Because you got some young hitters coming up.
These shoes, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, and we're gonna pull your shit off the shelf.
Hashtag DJ Quick. And they like, hey, we can get this money to Cooper Flag. You want to keep playing around? Because I think that he ain't gonna be flashing no guns on Instagram. I don't know him personally. I just don't think that he would do that. Martree says he should be a superstar, but all that off the court is dimming his shine. I agree 1,000%. Tasha, Luka.
Speaking of off the court and former Duke players.
Oh, we can roll into that. We're gonna remind that was a mental note to come back to that because I forgot to put that in the rundown. But right, we need to talk about him. Tasha, Luka, superstar.
Luka can be a superstar, but again, you gotta feed into your craft more. Luka is a superstar simply because of his game.
Mm-hmm. So it needs to be so superstar is half part name, half part game.
Yes.
Way to talk me through that, Tasha, because I like that. Good morning, Langston, back from Hawaii. Good to see the Lord bring you back stateside from the Pacific Ocean, or the Pacific Ocean, as this girl at work called it. She's really nice though. Jason Tatum, superstar?
No.
Okay. Angel Reese, superstar?
For infamous reasons, yeah.
Explain.
I mean, she gets more recognition for being.
No, you don't count your words. You never count your words.
No, I was trying to get this comparison out.
While you're doing that, can I take a bite of this oatmeal?
It worked for Dennis Rodman to be crazy and to be a rebounding savant. But because they don't like her, people are really not giving her the same credit. Because let's just face it, baby girl just not doing it when she's supposed to be doing it in the scoring column. But she is out rebounding her 6'7" teammate.
Shouts out to Cardoso, who had a great game. They finally got their first win the other day. We want to give an early shout out. Good morning and happy anniversary to Michael Harris. Happy anniversary, my man. You and Tracy, y'all make a cute couple. Do people still say that? Can you still be a cute couple after 20-something odd years? I think so. Yeah. I think you can still be a cute couple. Caitlin's nemesis is what she's now. Tasha. Now again, y'all, I just already explained to y'all, and I've said this many times on the show. Tasha hadn't seen this rundown. And highlight here, I have Dennis Rodman next to Angel Reese's name. We're here today. We locked in. And the reason why I put that there is because I think that, and I agree with everything you said about the infamy, because that's true. And she's recognizable outside of basketball because people don't like her.
You're going to be like, oh, that's Angel Reese.
Right. Now, I put Rodman there because I think we can all agree, everybody in the chat, Tasha, myself, that Dennis Rodman is a bona fide, valid Hall of Famer, right? Mm-hmm. Like he earned it. We recognize him as not somebody who snuck in, that he's the Hall of Famer. His career stats in the NBA, 7.3 points per game, 13.5 rebounds. He was no more as a defensive and rebound savant, the word that you use. And I think that sometimes Angel Reese is caught up in the comparison with Caitlin Clark when, let's be real, you can only compare Caitlin Clark to a handful of women on earth. Like there's only a handful of women that are better than Caitlin Clark from a scoring prowess standpoint. I think the better comparison for her, and Tasha just alluded to it, was Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman made the Hall of Fame averaging less than 8 points a game. Right now, Angel Reese's career stats in the WNBA, 9 points a game, 13 rebounds. It's right on par with Dennis Rodman. So my thing for you, Angel Reese, run your race, excel at what you do well. You're the quickest, the fastest woman in WNBA history to reach 500 points and 500 rebounds. You did that earlier this week. Stay in that lane. Don't worry about the people talking about you, Brick Barbie, Farrah. And you do be bricking because you was out of pocket on some of those post moves I watched the other day. It was cringeworthy, Tasha. I was like, damn, like just lay the ball up, you right there. Damn, she was bricking though, man. But so did Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman could throw a pebble in.
Dennis Rodman realized, hey, I ain't no scorer. Let me get up here and tell Alonzo Mourning I want to sleep with him on the free throw.
Right, you're touching people's on the cakes and stuff, ready to get swung on in the NBA, bro. So my whole thing with Angel Reese, she's another one that the waters are murky because the name is bigger than the game. But does that mean superstar? It's a very nuanced conversation. I think everybody has a different interpretation. Good morning, Chiefs Nation. Good morning,
Jay. Oh, Justin, you may have a little smoke with us. I don't know if you can stay tuned for the whole show.
No, you're going to stay tuned for the whole show, Justin. Just go to the gym and get on the treadmill.
We're not doing it out of pettiness, Justin. We love
Justin, you. We're doing T-Sizzle's Top 5 is returning to close out the show today, and we're doing our top 5 NFL teams of all time. Let's see where your Chiefs rank in that. Good morning, Stiana Fernandez. Happy Saturday.
Shouts out to Elijah. I'm not sure what the organization, Steve, drop that in there. He got selected by his school to be in some group. I saw that.
S1W.
I know he was out there. His arms was curled up.
Extra millions to hold us back.
So Steve, drop that information in there. What Elijah got, and he was selected, guys. Like the school was like, "Hey, you come here."
Okay, so AP says Angel gets more press for allegedly hates than talent. Oh, hate than talent. Going back to what we were saying last week, and you are correct. But I just want to point out that there is a lane for Angel Reese to be one of the best players in WNBA history, a la Dennis Rodman, to just hone in on being the best rebounder in the game, which you've proven to be the first 2 years.
Right.
Just get your point up. 0.8 points. Get up to 10 rebounds. 10 points. Average a double-double for your career. Chicago Sky, surround her with some shooters and one perimeter defender who can guard on the ball, and you can win a championship with Angel Reese. I'm gonna put that out there. Prime Maya Moore will cook cake with Clark. True. But
Maya is her idol.
Right. And true, but see, when we do this, then we're gonna start getting into the whole MJ is better than all the new players type
But
stuff.
I think Maya, Maya's mind was elsewhere throughout her
career. Keep going. Finish that thought.
Towards the end, because she was fighting to get, at that time, the guy to jail who she ended up marrying.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think her mind was kind of elsewhere, but as much as I hate UConn, it ain't one UConn player that I'm going to really put too many people up against and not choose that UConn player.
Right. That's true. That's real. Denise says she doesn't follow through on her shots. That layup was so awkward. Sasha. I was like,
it's more awkward than them walk-ins she doing and looking like her feet hurting in them shoes. She look cute, but baby, you can be comfortable.
It looks like she's wearing those heels on the court sometime. And I'm just talking basketball. We're not talking character. I'm not talking her business acumen or anything like that. I agree with Martrice 1,000%. She is hard to watch sometimes.
As much as you want to root for her, which I'm gonna always root for her.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, I'm not. Look, we sit on here, we sit on the couch, we couch thugs, we Twitter thugs.
Right.
None of us have ever been at their level or could sniff their level.
Right.
But us as viewers, we always have the right to voice our opinions, and I just really don't think that she's being coached to her strengths, which is
now. Since we're in the booth and we must tell the truth, I think it's equal parts coaching and equal parts brand over game. Where you spend your off season running up your podcast numbers when you need to be working back up here on your follow through on your damn shots. Camila Cardoso looked natural in the post. Cardoso was. I don't want to just turn this into an Angel rant. So we're going to get out of this. She is Dennis, great companion, anger, all that. Yeah, I think so. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Angel. Embrace that. They're going to call you Brick Barbie. Rodman said, but damn it, I'm great at being weird. He was. And he's a Hall of Famer. Yep. Good morning, namesake. Reverend Paulette Woodard. Hey, can y'all guess which one is post 65 and which one isn't in that picture? Which came?
I did have to look for him. I was like, wait a minute, which one is up? At first glance. I mean, but once you look at it, you can but then I was like, wait a minute.
No, she's Benjaminetta Buttons. She's going backwards. AP Angel gets more press for so-called hating Clark than her talent. Yeah, she does. And I think that it's unfair. RG3 on line one. We're not going back there, but RG3, you was dead wrong. It's called Boys State. Okay. S1Ws in the House leadership program to teach us about local government elections. Can we get you ready for the next run of elections? The Democrats need a new leader.
I mean, we saw him go.
Not saying he has to be a Democrat, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a political show.
We saw his first official visit up there at Dartmouth. That's Ivy Leagues, baby.
Right, and that's what we're doing. This next wave, the Fernandez boy and girl, the Miles of the world, the Carter Paul Coulters of the world, man. It's takeover season. So we just gonna make sure that y'all have the resources y'all need to make America great again the real way. And I'm done with that. All right, Tasha, another name, Ant-Man, superstar. No, the man got 1,000 commercials on TV right now. No.
The only reason I'm gonna say he ain't a superstar because he said he don't want to be a superstar.
I don't believe that, Tasha.
You heard Rick Ross. I'm not a star.
I don't believe that. Tasha, do you believe that? That man ain't never ran from a camera.
And he ain't never ran from no.
Well, Mama told me never stop until don't you finish that thing.
I mean, I think so much of his. I mean, we don't know what's going on in people's personal lives and how much of their personal lives really affect them. Maybe he has so much going on off court because he is a superstar. I mean, we know so much about him. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to be in the limelight because we're in too much of his personal business, which is, again, his doing because you're choosing these women and these women are ones that like to run their mouth and like to be seen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your own doing as well.
But at 23, like, I have to remember that he's still a kid without the two foundational pieces of his life, his mom and his grandma. Mm-hmm. Like that's something that I have no clue on what it's like navigating through life. Hell, I will be 50 in 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks.
But you can't keep saying he's just 23 because when he was out here knocking off our legends, KD, LeBron, Steph, he was a legend killer. Now it's, he's only 23.
Which had everybody thinking I was only 16. Hey, Or I'm only 16, making more than your pops. We can do this all day. All right, Tasha, the way we're locked in is today, this got me having goosebumps because my next question was, is Cantman fair or foul? Because he's being eviscerated online after his game 4 and 5 performance.
I mean, I think it's fair. Y'all, they had a meme of him in the Superman uniform with
Yes.
a C on his chest.
With the what?
A C on his chest for Cantman.
Hey, when you roll up on Obama and tell him to mind his business, you better ball out.
You know what? That's when you
better ball out. John Morant may pull out a gun on Instagram Live, but he's not going to disrespect the GOAT.
He's not going to disrespect. No, I thought that was disrespectful. And
Very
you can tell,
disrespectful.
Forever POTUS was kind of like, oh, okay, YN? Like, it literally almost came out his mouth.
Now, Langston, we're going to table this, but we got a little thing going on in the chat. He said, discussion for later this year, Martrice and Steedham, a PCH versus BGA. Where does the loyalty lie? My eyes are big, too. She says, yeah, I got questioned as soon as I sent the schedule out. Oh, I can't wait for football season. Ladies and gentlemen, BGA versus PCH. I may have to make an appearance for that one. After watching Sinners, Paul, you really won 50. I haven't seen that yet.
How have you not seen Sinners? It
was Easter Sunday, and I couldn't stand the thought of going to see a movie called Sinners.
You know what? I'm so tired of that damn narrative about people. Oh, I'm Christian. Whatever. Boy, go see the movie.
I didn't say I wasn't going to see it ever. I said I wasn't going to see it on Easter.
I saw it that weekend.
I saw Final Destination. It was good.
That shit.
It was good. All right. Tasha, here's my thing with the Cantman. He averaged 23, 8, and 6 against OKC. OKC they did go 7 against Denver, but Jokic is the best player in the world, and they have a veteran-laden team that has won a championship. Like, really, I think Cantman may be a little unfair to the young kid. He made the Western Conference Finals twice already in his short career. He said he's got a long runway. You don't seem to be buying that.
I mean, it ain't he's just 23. Oh, he's only 23 when he was out here knocking off y'all's favorite ball player.
That's true. And when he was going through Crypto Arena talking about Lakers in 5, he was trolling after he knocked off my king. He was trolling. That's fair. That is very fair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge game tonight in Nap Town, game 6 between the Knicks and the Pacers as the Knicks look to stave off elimination yet again. Tasha's already rolling her eyes. Wow. Before we break down this game, I just want to give AP Culture some flowers. Last week, we broached the topic of which team had a better chance of getting out of an 0-2 hole, and me and Tasha said Minnesota. And Mama said the Knicks. And I said, sorry, Mama, Knicks is done so. I went on a whole diatribe about the Knicks, and damn it, they still in it. And they still have a chance to make it to the final. I should have known this, AP Culture, real quick, y'all, as I digress. The 2021, I started a tradition with my mom on Thanksgiving weekend to watch the game, Michigan versus Ohio State, with her. Like physically with her in her room watching the game. 2021, they won, hadn't beaten them in 20 years. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it again 2022. But this time it's on the road. She said, oh, Michigan's going to win. J.J. McCarthy went bananas. We saw how that went. 2023, we had the better team, so I was pretty confident. Mama said they're going to win. Well, this last year, we had an ass cheeks for quarterbacks. We barely had a winning record.
We had lemon booty all around that quarterback room.
We did. We were a 20-point underdog, and I told my mom before. My sister's my witness. I told her before that game this last November. I said, Mama, I know we had a good run, but we don't have to watch the game. You don't have to watch the game this year because we're going to get smoked. We're a 20-point underdog. Mama, we sit this one out. It was a good run. She looked at me and she said, you never know. I think them boys are going to shock the world today. And I brushed it off. I went outside, drank my coffee. I think Steve pulled up and chatted with her for a minute. I will be damned. Them boys did it again. So I should have known when she said the Knicks that I should have put. Good job by you. Tasha, who wins this game tonight?
I'm hoping it's the Knicks because, man, come on. Game 7 in the Garden?
Yes. Yes, can we get a game 7 in the Garden? And where's your boy Jody? I got a question for you and him.
Who?
Right now. Your boy Jody.
Oh, Jody. Oh, I was like, what play on the team name is Jody?
Not Jody from Pearl, Tasha. No. Not Big Jody.
I was like, who the hell?
Podcast Jody, against the grain Jody. Because y'all two have been on a cat smear campaign for a whole year.
No, I've been on a cat smear program for a few years.
Way to be transparent. Because Karl Anthony Towns is the reason why they're in a game 6 right now. Those 20 points he scored in the fourth quarter, game 3, coming back from 20 down, that was all Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is averaging 25 and 12 in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he has been the linchpin for them even being in this game. Are you ready to apologize for your soft comment, Tasha?
No, hell, it's about time. But look at look at the game he played. Look at the game. When he got those 20 points, what was he doing?
Hitting the boards and attacking the paint.
Which is all I have ever said he needed to do.
Tasha, this is not a time for you to be right as well. I want you to be wrong right now. It's better for the show.
I mean,
okay, so he watched the show and he listened. Somebody sent him a clip of you telling him to get his big ass in the paint.
And then, like old Charlie Brown Linus hair, he didn't have a choice. And what did he start doing? Using his bench. And what happened? Because Charlie Brown, a play your ass.
What would even make you correlate the two? What is wrong with you?
He got the Charlie Brown and Linus hair.
I know, and it's accurate, but how would you think of that off the top of your head? What is wrong with you? Something is.
Bro got his knees up like this playing.
What is you? Now, Melanie said, is Spike Lee still center court? Y'all didn't see him dressed up like a Knickerbocker?
He was dressed up like a Knickerbocker. He had on a Knicks zoot suit in orange with blue stripes, not blue with orange stripes, but orange.
Looking like a backup dancer in the All Right video.
Right.
Now, good morning, Damon. Says true. Stay inside, cat. Get your big ass in that paint tonight. We need a game 7 on Monday night in the Garden. Did you see what game 7 tickets courtside of $500,000?
What? Well, if you ain't a season ticket holder, I'm sorry.
I think so too, Langston. But I ain't gonna say it out loud. So if they can't read if somebody's driving.
Who smoke weed?
It says she. Ain't but 2 of us on the set.
But of course.
Right. This goes back to what made you think of that off the top of your head. Get it? See, Langston's locked in. See, thank you, Langston. The Goon Squad never disappoints.
I mean, it's just the fact that he had his head down and they put the camera on, and
it's accurate.
And it was really shiny. I said, and here I am sitting on the couch. Damn, Linus.
If y'all don't know what she's talking about, Google Charlie Brown and just hit on images. Like, you're like, damn, that's Tom Thibodeau. All right, that comb over is mean. Them 3 strands.
It's 2-3 strands like this, and they just.
Hey, he's stressed. It's gonna be 1 strand after the night. 5 strings on top of his hair. Lean back. Lean back.
It's like when I was like, why is he not cutting this shit? I'd rather him just have a George Jefferson than
no one can derail my thought process like Tasha T. Sizzle, because now you got everybody talking about Tom Thibodeau's hair, and that was nowhere in the equation today. Good job by you. Good job. Goon Squad for having her back on that. So what is it going to take for him to be Big Cat and not Big Purr, Tasha?
Doing what he did. And it's like, I don't understand. Remember I told you, he was saying like his father always coached him to play outside. I guess his father didn't know he was going to be 7'12".
Yeah.
So he coached him to be outside. But you see, you were more effective and you were exactly where the Knicks needed you to be when they needed you to be there inside the paint. Right. He needs to stay inside the paint, and y'all can't wait to the fourth quarter to do it.
That's right. Not tonight. Not tonight.
Throughout the game.
Not tonight. You can't. I'm gonna try to say this as PG as possible to go to you and Mr. Matthews. Stay inside, fellas. When she's there and she says, "Don't stop, don't stop, don't switch up, don't you're gonna mess it up."
I will make you feel all right, oh baby, if you let me.
Hey, shouts out to intro. When she says right there, stay right there. Don't turn into Superman. Don't.
Is that you,
Jody? I'm just saying, Cat.
I'm so glad he's not on here because Jody would be.
Got derailed. But for my grown-ups, Cat, to his just stay right there. You're almost home. You're almost home. We almost got to, literally, almost home in the garden on Monday. I cannot wait for this. Jarrell, really? So that's the ultimate troll job. Don't do that to us. Just lose tonight, New York. Don't do that. Don't do that, New York. Just lose tonight.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if the Pacers beat them in Madison Square Garden, it's going to be somebody out there rocking that bus. It's going to be Carmelo looking for
Stephon Marbury, 50 Cent.
It's gonna be some folks out there, bro. Remember what game was that y'all played in and they was rocking y'all bus?
Wait a minute, Maplewood.
And they was rocking the bus. Y'all
Maplewood. Now wait a minute. Let's go back. He needs LeBron hairspray paint. No, LeBron. It's time to come on home with KD. Now I know we got on 4C KD last week, and you said he needed a texturizer.
And
but
LeBron got 3C. He got that good hair, but he just needs.
Yeah,
he need him and Tibbs either need to come on home or go to Turkey.
If I could hit you in the head with this bowl, I would. Martrice says, part of you, we did see Intro and Fist. That was me and Rodney's favorite R&B group of the 90s. Them and Blackstreet.
Now he talking about blank inside. One of them died of the AIDS.
Some stuff you just got to let sit there because I forgot about that, and that's true. So we're going to transition. Now, Farrah said, and this is a nice bow on it. She says, stick to the rhythm of a hot dog.
He got the rhythm of the hot dog. Now put it all together and
hey,
hot dog.
We've all made that mistake when we try to do a little extra when she was like, no, I said right, sustain, just don't change nothing. You're going to mess it up. And I'll mess it up. Sorry. Hope you enjoyed that $20 as I digress. He got good hair in, you said in spurts? In spots. Is that like having chewed up parts of the grass in your front yard?
Like how some of the grass is green and some of them be beige.
Wow, I digress.
I've had that issue with my lawn before.
Let's jump into the field. Y'all, I'm gonna miss basketball season. Basketball has some of the messiest topics that you can ever imagine. So but now we're going to roll into some football. Tasha, speaking of messy, training camp is still 2 months away, and your boy, Stephon Diggs is already in his new team's crosshairs. Your boy. Monday, I'm minding my own business on Instagram, and I start seeing these recurring videos of Stephon Diggs on a boat. Didn't have the volume turned up. But I see him on the boat, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's on the boat doing what he does. Loving the ladies. LL Cool Diggs. He's loving the ladies. The man is a ladies' man, and I ain't knocking him for that. He's on the boat. Well, it didn't till later on, I started seeing, people talk about this pink powder that he was handing these seemingly lovely ladies on this boat. Now, if the internet detective said that this pink powder is called Tootsie.
Tootsie, yeah.
Tootsie. Like Tootsie, like the cream? Tootsie, like the movie. Tootsie Roll. Okay, called Tootsie. See, I don't do them drugs anymore. Allegedly. Let's see, I don't, Mama.
I said it was pink sugar.
See, okay, Kool-Aid.
Not booger sugar. I said just pink sugar.
Well, the internet detective said it's booger sugar, and Mama, you should be proud. I didn't know what this was, so I ain't doing drugs like that. I ain't down here doing that smack, Mama, because I didn't know what it was. I even called it Tootsie. No man gonna turn down this Tootsie. Right.
Tighten this up.
Tasha, while we're laughing, one person who wasn't laughing was Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. He did not look amused when he was asked about that, and basically paraphrasing said that he wants his players to make better decisions. Tasha, let me just hand the ball off to you, and you run with this whole Stephon Diggs boat deal. What are your thoughts?
I mean, hell, he grown, and Stephon gonna do Stephon, and y'all knew that when y'all got him. We all saw the infamous interview when they were walking around the locker room when he's with the Vikings, asking which player would you not want your sister to date. And 52 of them said, "Is this y'all? If y'all know, if you know, it's a 53-man roster."
And who's the 53rd person?
His ass. And what 50 say when Floyd was talking about him, and 50 was like, "Why fuck me?" Like why? He was really looking like, "Why y'all talking about me?"
Tasha, that boomerang me when you said 52. I was like, but it ain't but 53, and he said, "Well played by you." Jarrell jumping in says Stephon Diggs got Nancy Reagan rolling over in her grave. She said, "Just say no." As her husband pumped the hood full of drugs. I'm gonna digress on that.
Again, we don't know what
it was cocaine, Tasha.
But everybody, Jarrell had put it on one of his reels about cameras being everywhere. But what is the discussion what did I send to you with all this Zion stuff, with all this other stuff going on? At this point, I want everything recorded.
I'm gonna need you to record it. I'm gonna have a Diddy file, no Diddy.
Because now, what if the girls come back and say, "Oh, he forced this on me"? No, because when he pulled that bag out, y'all look.
No, that girl grabbed that bag like your dog does when you drop a fry on the floor.
Right. That she looked a look. She was excited. She got some of that pink crystal. So, I mean, I do think the new era that we're in now, where everybody's trying to get rich, everybody's trying to set somebody up, I'm inclined to say, hey, anything I do is going to be recorded. And if you ain't down with it being recorded, then I'm going to need you to move on, because you not finna Zion Williams me. Right. You not finna Smokey Robinson me.
Right. Damn. Now, Smokey is older than the New Testament.
And even, like, again, it goes back to the Jaden Daniels mom thing. Do I think it's a little cringy and a little clingy? Yes. But I get it. I fully understand it. You say, "Oh, you raise him right. You got to let him make his own choice, do this and do that." But when these girls are out here going for the jugular, suing, not criminally filing complaints against you, but civilly, they're going after your pockets. And that is those pockets that these guys are making, that's generational.
Mm-hmm. But mama, that's not your man.
I mean, it's not her man, but I understand she's accomplished herself. She has master's degrees, she has money, but she ain't got that kind of money. So I understand her trying to protect her son, because look at Tyreek Hill. Now and again, if you got mental illness, you got mental illness. And I am one to think Tyreek is throwed off. And yeah, I'm not going to be politically correct. He throwed off. Look at the shit he's in. And now you're talking about money woes. Nobody told you to lay up and have 10 kids.
That will do it. I mean, you can just ask the normal household in America that has 1 or 2 children how hard taxing that could be on your finances.
So yeah, of course you get ready to have a mental breakdown, because once again you're in the news.
Right.
First, it was the OnlyFans model who foot you broke, a leg you broke. She sued you because y'all was playing football.
Was it pretty feet? Was it pretty feet? Because Meg Thee Stallion turned me off when I saw a picture of her feet.
Then you had Then you had whatever child was in the house that set his house on fire that time. Mm-hmm. Then you had the arrest. Again, my cousin was like, "Oh, we're not gonna get into that," because she's one of those sister soldier type girls. Shout out to my cousin Danielle. Which, when I said y'all do know, that was Stephon's. I mean, not Stephon. That was Tyreek's fault. He was at fault. Mm-hmm. And then you have this latest issue with your mother-in-law having to call the police because you and your wife. But then again, Keita, you knew what he was about when you got with him too.
I'm calling the police. Ain't that what Pop said?
But like, I get it. Then even go back to Ant. Look, And then these older women too, they're preying on these younger guys.
That is true. Even Larsa Pippen even said that she was wrong for doing that.
Right. You're preying on these older women are out here preying on these younger guys because these older women know what these young boys like, and all it is a BBL body.
And Cougars are a thing, and Cougars have always been a thing. It has always been a fascination, even back to high school days with your teacher. Like that's just how it goes.
But this everybody looks the same culture, BBL culture, this instant thought culture, this I can slide into your DMs culture is making it a lot easier for these young men to get set up.
It does. It is.
And their noses, eyes, and kick them in the ding ding areas are so wide open.
Yeah.
That we're not seeing that.
Right. And the men in the chat can attest to this. Those mature women, the Cougar women, they throw it on you. Like the experience. No, I'm just saying like on a level that women that your age usually can't. The financially stable can buy you things, can get you that PlayStation 5.
But we're not talking about them type of women. These is hoes. I'm just gonna say it. These is hoes. They're not getting 30 million a year. They get whatever they getting off of Instagram and pray that they get up to 1 million followers because you get more money when you get to 1 million followers and people start looking for you.
That is very true. Great point. Now, Langston and AP, I'm going to run these back to back. Says, look, I would have them sign waivers and consent forms before we do anything. Mama, sign an NDA before we do anything. Say what you want about the Carters. Good luck with them in court. Good luck. Good. I don't know what they into and what they not into. And
you just had Diddy's assistant who said she was scared to say stuff because she thought it was outside of the NDA.
And to this point, AP and Langston, Diddy's defense team propped Cassie's ass up on the stand when they cross-examined her, trying to bait her into breaking that NDA that she signed when she took the settlement from him before the federal case. So to AP's point, to Langston's point, and I totally agree with Tasha's initial premise. You're on camera. Hi, my name is Sally Jesse Raphael. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Potomac, Washington. I'm a Scorpio. Maryland. And I am consensually agreeing to rub on P.O. Coulter's balls and massage his back and give him some snatch before I go home to my married life. Amen. In Jesus' name. Now, I need that to play in court. No, come back. Come back. No, come back here. That's what I need. Because y'all are not about to take Carter Paul Coulter's inheritance because you gave me some on a random Saturday night. That's the kind of world we're living in.
Or in the back of an Uber.
I told you I didn't sleep with her. She offered, though.
Y'all. Okay.
She offered, but I didn't take it.
Y'all. Paul had this young thing that tried to slide into his Uber DMs.
Right. And my PMs. It was my DMs and the PMs. She was really fine, too.
And that's like an ongoing joke we have about him and this girl in the Uber who tried to solicit him.
She did. She asked if she could ride in the front seat.
She did solicit.
She did. And I was very tempted because the mist, the spray, that spray, y'all. Everybody got a weakness. And when you lean in and then that aroma come out with the neck and
the prostitute spray, or you talking about perfume? Because you know how the whores down here wear body spray. Don't nobody wear body spray no more.
Tasha, you're giving away too much.
Okay.
You just wait till I get to Vegas. But back to APs, we doing an NDA because Carter Paul Coulter, his inheritance is going to be locked. I'm not giving that away for no random. And we're going to get out of that real quick. But Tasha, I'm seeing a pattern here because you're defending Diggs right now. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you're defending him.
I mean, it's like, why are you going to try to not defend what really can't be defended?
Does Cardi B being on the boat make him even more of a scumbag?
I mean, but we all know that's Cardi's get down.
Okay, because I'm thinking
that's because one of the girls that was eyes wide open.
Yeah,
Crystals was one of the ones that was dancing on Cardi. The girl in the
you know what? I was thinking that might be some Diddy Cassie type stuff going on.
And it's like in this day and age with not the Japanese blossom.
There goes squat today.
Langston, I'm gonna need you to log out.
The Goon Squad.
Not the Japanese blossom.
This has been an all-star performance from the Goon Squad today. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are cooking. Tasha, you cooking too. Y'all, this is a potluck episode. Oh my, like my eyes are watering. I can't even read this. Japanese blossom now.
Not the Japanese blossom.
You know I'm gonna Google that after the show.
I can picture the bottle right now.
Mama, see, now this is where I don't mind Jayden Daniels' mama, because I'll be in the golden era in several weeks. And even my mama saying, leave that alone. She got the cooties. And mama, and I thought about that. Like, I can just see it now.
It's almost like
assault.
With everything that's going on with Diddy right now, are they not paying attention? This is the easiest way for you to end up in court 20 years after the fact, being charged with something.
All jokes aside, you're absolutely right. And I think we joked about it earlier this week. Not that it's a joking matter, but we make light of everything pretty much in our chat. We call it the new Ice Bucket Challenge. All right, I just got my 20 mils, so now I pass it on the top.
Let me throw out a civil case so I can get my 20 mil.
Right. Wait a minute. Oh, so you know about that, Denise?
It triggers my allergies.
Because y'all ain't stripper hoes. All right. We're talking about the
No, it smells.
We're talking about the cootie chicks, like Mama said.
It smells good, but it's just too strong for me.
Now Martrice says snatch, whores, booger sugar is it 1970. Right. Trees, is it 1979 in the NBA? Right before Larry and Magic got there.
All I gotta say, if it was 1979 in the NBA, we know a certain Laker who held up the number 100 was at your point scored or your body count that week.
Do you remember when that picture of Magic Johnson on the beach with all those different women of all different colors, and the caption said this was the day he caught AIDS? This ain't funny, y'all, but we need to talk about this because we're talking about Elijah, we're talking about Miles.
No, we ain't talking about nothing. I'm finna log out.
No, you gonna log in. We're talking about Miles. We're talking about Carter Paul Coulter, who's about to go to high school in a few years. They need to understand that this is real now. And NIL is real. They all have a wonderful opportunity ahead of them to make money at the collegiate level, whether it be through scholarship or athletics or whatnot. So I mean, these are topics that us aunts and uncles need to discuss. That Japanese cherry blossom is strong and wrong. Y'all really got me curious about this.
I think Bath and Body Works makes it. It's very.
And Denise certainly don't qualify as one of those.
I mean, it smells good, but it just has this oomph to it. It's like, oh.
Now wait a minute. Now Torrance Thompson says it was both. Man, shouts out to Torrance T-Dub in the house. T-Dub, you have officially been invited to come on the Extra Point. Like, we need to get deeper into this women's basketball and women's college. Like, this brother here is cold. Make sure y'all watch our take after this show, man. T-Dub, man, he said it was both.
And TT, don't start no mess on my show because you know we done made up a little. So don't start no mess, TT.
But Torrance, I'm gonna chat you later because you're a married man, and I don't know who can hear this. But it was both strong and wrong. What happened? Talk to me, my brother. What happened? Because Langston got me on the phone. Steve, Martrice, and I'm gonna throw Stephanie Coulter in there as well, and AP Coulter because that's her grandson, and she don't play about him. And have young men that we have to have that talk with. Yeah, it's just real. That's real. That is real. And Carter Paul, good job, man. See, they got a tribe that ain't having that. You saw that Tasha was like, no, somebody done hacked my baby's account. Let me go get mom on the phone. And then mom immediately put out a post.
But it's just funny as I'm sitting there in therapy and I see this message. I said, so when I sent it to her, she didn't pick up. I said, no. I said, let me call her. I said, because this
good job by you. Good job by you.
It's literally, I can see her now. Miles, I mean, it's like when I said
you sound just like her when you said that too. I said,
check that message I just sent you. She said, oh yeah, he been hacked. Miles,
I can totally. Now see, she said, why are you trying to give Jap Bloss props? Let me and Langston work this out. They're Torrance. Now, look, I just want to smell it. Do they have it at Macy's?
It's
like,
I think it's Bath and Body Works, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Now, right. So Martrice and Denise said, move on. Whatever happened to kissing the mama? Whatever happened to that? Remember that era, y'all?
Because Mama Coulter, because everybody want to get paid now. Don't nobody want to work. Everybody want that quick dollar.
It's like, see, we come from an honorable generation where if you wanted to get paid for sex, you walked the strip, you walked the corner, you got your ass in that alley. You took that rag.
You got beat up by a pimp. You may have had some rips in your pantyhose.
But it was an honor.
You was out there on Hollywood and Vine doing your thing.
You're gonna be a prostitute, be one. Let us know what it is up front.
But they know
like, no, keep talking. We got you, Steve. We got you,
but
Steve.
They know these girls. They know these athletes, these entertainers, and everybody are stupid and are easily turned on again by the BBL look. It's this culture of having the baddest, and they don't care that. Okay, I dated the girl Paul. Now Paul dating her, and then Langston dating her, and then the TT dating her.
Every other city we go,
they don't care that it's passed around these days.
Right, and there's really no shame to that. To go back to AP culture, dang, like nowadays it's like it wasn't a flex. Like, remember sneaky links? That I don't even know why they even call that a term now, because there is no such thing as a sneaky.
It goes back to something. I remember this particular show, and your sister sent me a text message, and it was so funny. And my response to Steph was yes.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that there because I ain't trying to hear that. See, AP is sounding like Miss Daniels. I wish a skank would. And Miss Hastings, if you're good morning to you, Mama Hastings, and if you're coming in late to this conversation, we're just going to say she ain't going to play about her grandson either. So the more we have this conversation, the more I'm going to give Mama Daniels a pass, because now y'all giving me the other side of what it can look like.
But that's what I've been trying to tell you.
No, and you get it now. I didn't get that at first.
It's too many opportunists out here, and these guys, they're young. No matter how well you raise your child, they still can do what they want to do.
Right. You know Langston, you cooking, bro. Welcome back. Langston. Like, no, wait a minute. Now, all y'all know where to find it. No, y'all know where to find it, but y'all don't like it. Now, what happened when y'all sprayed it? Y'all put on a little too much? What happened when you sprayed it?
I ain't never wore it because, like I said, when I smelled it, I said, "Oh, this smells good." And as a chew, I just kept sneezing. I was like, "Damn, is it this?"
Man, your natural effervescence was your aroma. You didn't need all that.
Well, they can't get me where I stink.
I hate that I ever sent you that.
Shouldn't have never gave y'all ninjas money.
Look, Langston, you have derailed the show with this Japanese blossom. I want to smell it.
And then she gonna say it equals caress. No, why caress gotta catch strays?
Here's the question that's gonna end this damn show. Why get a last? Always be first in the train.
Choo.
Get on up out of there.
Well, but see, TT, she had me first. She didn't know if she wanted me or if she wanted, she had to try some things out, TT.
Don't put Langston in Sodom and Gomorrah, Tasha. Don't do that. Now, hey, Mama Hastings. So thumbs down all the way around.
I said it smells good, but it's just something that it makes you do that.
Right. Y'all, I have enjoyed this conversation today, y'all. Like, I really have. Y'all have really, really, really made this a fun morning. Tasha, one more thing. I want to get your thoughts on, and everybody in the chat as well. Me too, Mama. They are crazy. Like, they done totally derailed me. I ain't looked down at this rundown in an hour. Tasha, where am I going here? Cleveland Browns. As I try to get back, Cleveland Browns, Tasha. Veteran quarterback. I can't focus. Veteran. Todd said, "Well, I gotta be last. I can't rebound from that." Her room smell like. Wait a minute. No, Tasha, it does not smell good. Hold on. So this is like the male version of tag. You just spray that instead of taking a shower.
You know what?
Mama said I never had that blossom. See, my mama is the same cloth as my Uncle Joe, who he said to me one time, this lady asked me in the club, what was I wearing? And I told her it's called me, and she couldn't afford it. Now, see, that's the era that these OGs come from. Like, oh, this is my natural sin, and you can't even afford that. That's the OG stuff I'm talking about. Elijah, use that line at the next homecoming dance. For real. And we have 1,000 rubbers. I digress. Joe Flacco.
Then you called it a rubber. Like Tree said, this is the 70s.
All right, this is the 70s throwback show. Don't nobody call it that no more.
Rubber.
All right. Cleveland, Joe Flacco was asked during OTA practice this week, would he be a mentor to Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, both rookies that were drafted, as we all know. And he gave a very interesting take that I'm dying to get your thoughts on, Tasha. He said, basically, this is a lose-lose question. Because if I say I'll be a mentor, y'all going to say I'm not being a competitor. If you say I'm not going to be a mentor, you're going to call me a selfish player and not a team player. Tasha, where do you fall on that? Is it fair or foul to ask a veteran quarterback to mentor a rookie?
It depends on the veteran. First of all, Joe, they got you up off your couch. And I think, I want to say it was Ocho that said this. He was like, he don't want to go back to that couch.
Right. It was Ocho that said that. It was.
And I fully understand that. But at 40 years old, it ain't like, even during your career, okay, I'm not going to take away the fact that he did win a Super Bowl. I'm not going to.
Y'all do it to Russell Wilson, but I'm going to keep going.
But it's like, you out here talking about you don't want to mentor. Damn, I really don't know if I want you to mentor me.
Really? Smoking Joe Frazier Flacco?
Again, go back and look at that Super Bowl victory he had. Look at the deep.
Yeah. That's like being Jim McMahon on the 85 Bears.
It's akin to that Super Bowl that the Bucs won when they was propping Tom Brady up. The defense won that Super Bowl.
Now, I thought you was going to say the other guy, the one in 02. What was his name? Johnson?
Yeah, him. Oh, I mean, it's the same. It's the same with him too. But I'm not going to put Joe. I'm not going to put Joe Flacco down that low. I'm not.
Okay.
Putting him down there. Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson and Flacco. I mean, he agrees with you. Langston said it was just one good playoff run.
Exactly. So, but I mean, I understand him. His job is not to mentor. That's what the coaches are there for. Now,
that's what he said. Physically, he said, "My job is to play football."
If we sitting in the room and you ask me a couple of questions, yeah, I give you a couple of answers. But I'm not going to be like, okay, well, yeah, well, you know, when you take your drop back, you know, do this, do that, do this, and then you do the hips and do that. I'm not going to be doing all of that.
Right. Because I think sometimes we get called as fans, and fan is short for fanatic, and I get it. It's hard to compare it to 9-to-5 work. But a lot of times we as athletes do stuff that we wouldn't want to do. I wouldn't want to train a new hire to be my boss. Either y'all going to promote me or y'all going to let him get it out the mud like I got it out the damn mud. Like, so I kind of get it, but that's a tricky spot to be in if you're Joe Flacco, because he knows we all want to see Shedeur Sanders play. We want to see him.
Exactly.
We don't want to see him out there. Joe, step aside, Joe. But in Joe's defense, ain't but 32 of those jobs out there. And 25 of them ain't even hiring. So hold on to it as long as you can. And he said that's like asking Nick Foles to mentor. Damn, he's on that level with Nick Foles?
I mean,
Nick Foles. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Good morning. Hey, man, when you gonna send some food over to the Extra Point so we can do a food review? I saw those wings.
Wait a minute, what? But I can't get the food.
He's a chef extraordinaire, man. I need you to cater a show, and then we'll bring you on. Yeah. He had a radio show back at Fishbowl. It's a great show. Where the food at? I saw those sliders. All right, I digress. Joe, I ain't mad at you, but whether you mentor Shedeur or not, it's number 5 season. He's going to be starting for too long. All right, now the wait is over, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting close to football season, so it's time for the return of T Sizzle's top five. Now, this has been speared on by one Saquon Barkley, one of Tasha's favorite players right now.
I do not like him.
I'm not going to go into that. Oh, tell you when and where. Hey, I'm gonna inbox you, bro. No, because this is going down.
Hold up, flag on the play. I need to be in town when that food is being sent over.
Okay. Damn, I ain't waiting until October for no buffalo slide.
Well, no, because you're not going to be selfish because you said the extra point. Also, now it's all about you. Okay, Maya.
Forget about you. I forgot about that song. Hey, but no. We're going to work that out. Hey, I'll let Farrah sit in for you at the desk. We'll do it that way.
So now you're going to give the cotton candy sweetest gold queen my portion of food?
The same way that you snatched her. That was my friend. You took her from me. And so now I'm taking the food.
Can cook their own food.
He said, I'm a FedEx show. I ain't got the COVID. What you mean FedEx? No, I'll go pick up my plate.
The queen of sweet treats down there in Dallas.
Hey, if you got some styrofoam, look, just throw it in one of those little things, put the little cover. I'm going to come pick it up and bring it on the show, eat, talk, promote your products.
I'm going to slap this shit right out your hand. I'm going to slap it right out your hand.
Sugar Gatorade commercial pays more than his contract, legendary.
Langston, look, this is what I asked Paul last night. I said, what if, because they gave Shador $2 million, okay? How much do you sign? What's the other kids? I don't even know.
Gabriel.
How much do you sign Gabriel for if Shador is your starter quarterback and he's on the bench?
Okay, so Shador got $4 million? What was your answer?
I think he got $2 million.
Well, $2 million guaranteed, $4 million total.
Oh, okay.
What was your answer that you would pay Gabriel?
I mean, I didn't give an answer because I think
yes, we went off. No, let me answer that for you. She gave an answer of what she would pay Dylan Gabriel. She said $2 million. She said $2 million and $1. $2
million and $1. He would only get $1 more than Shador if he's holding the clipboard. Because somebody else said, another show I was watching on ESPN, somebody,
most teams $1
only carry 2 quarterbacks.
Right. And one on the practice squad that's kind of trash. And
then, because your emergency quarterback, in my case, again, when we played the Eagles in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, was McCarthy.
Yeah, and you were just going to be a running back or wide receiver.
Yeah, right. It was, and that was our backup quarterback because our quarterbacks got hurt.
Right.
So, like, how do you justify paying him more than Shador if he ain't even on the field?
That's a great question and a great point, and that's why I said maybe a month ago after the draft when we asked who should be the most upset at how the draft fell, it's Dylan Gabriel.
And then it's like you don't. Okay, let's say the season is getting close to time to start, and you don't sign him because you're waiting to see if Shador. Like they know Shador is better than him.
Right.
They know this.
They know that. They gotta know that, and you better sign before the season starts. Don't hold out, bro. They might pay you. They might pay you $1 less.
Right, because if you don't, they're gonna pay you $1,999.99.
You might.
$1,999,000.
That is a jacked up spot to be in. So, all right. T-Sizzle was top 5. Saquon Barkley said that the 2024 Eagles are top 5 team all time. I call cap on that. So I'm calling on my partner, T-Sizzle, to give us the true top 5 NFL teams of all time. For sure.
Of course. And this is not me being a homer, but it is me being a homer. Number 110, the 1989 49ers.
They're on my list.
And something is going to make you smile. The 95 bitches.
Wait a minute. Can you just say their real name?
I did.
Go ahead.
My next is the 2016 Broncos.
Oh, don't be pandering to Farrah. Go ahead. Keep going.
Because it's ironic. Y'all know most of my friends are of a certain hue. And I was at a Super Bowl party at one of their houses. And they were like, "Oh, you're not cheering for the Broncos? It's Peyton Manning." And I said, "No, it's Black History Month. I said I'm rooting for the Panthers.
Damn. The Black Panthers? Is that what you're saying?
But it's just the fact that even though Von Miller is proving himself to be an ass, Von Miller played his ass off.
You've been giving him way. He done like, come on, Tasha. You trying to put him in the Hall of Fame off that one damn. It is
like it's the same thing with R. Kelly and Diddy. Y'all don't want to admit it. Y'all still listening to R. Kelly. Y'all still listening to Diddy. Why can't I get this man his flowers, even though all three of them are pieces of shit?
Wait a minute. Does Diddy include all Bad Boy records or just the ones where he said take that?
I'm not finna finish this list.
You gonna finish this list? So who else you got? You done went through 3. Give me your last 2.
I have the 2001 Patriots. That was the breakout Tom Brady when they beat the Rams when he's sitting looking all stupid and pudgy up under his jersey.
Go blue. Keep going.
And lastly, I have the 2008 Steelers.
Tasha. Good. So I knew SpongeBob Shoes was gonna make your list some kind of way.
Well, I mean, come on. You had Big Ben playing a hell of a game, but who was the MVP? Now, when your quarterback when your quarterback plays like that, and he doesn't even win the MVP,
it was Antonio, right?
No.
Who won the MVP that year?
I think it was Hines Ward.
But Santonio made all the immaculate catch.
But my whole point in saying that is most teams are quarterback driven, and we always want to give the MVP to the quarterback.
Steelers, Dallas ain't fooling with you right now. And wait a minute, he says ain't nobody ever said turn that Diddy song. Boy, you're too young. You don't understand. There's not football without the Steelers. Look, here come the Steelers fan. Here we go.
Thank you. I knew I was gonna get my back up. And honorable mention the 2011 Giants because they beat that's honorable mention because we all know, Eli got on a little streak.
The ball stuck to the man's helmet.
David Tyree. I mean,
shouts out to Plaxico Burress. That was an excellent route for that game-winning touchdown.
I mean, they beat an undefeated Patriots team and had the 72 Dolphins popping their champagne.
That's true. Mercury Morris would agree with your list and will probably put them ahead. Well, he gonna put his Dolphins up there, but I didn't see the 72 Dolphins. I was not born. All right, my list is in chronological order, not necessarily 1 through 5 rankings. Number 1, 85 Bears. How can you have the greatest running back of that era with the greatest defense?
I forgot about them and with a suspect-ass QB. Because they call me Sweetness because I like to dance. Running the box like making romance. Come on, Sweetness. R.I.P. to Sweetness.
What they did in that playoffs will never be duplicated again. The way they eviscerated.
Beat the shit out of the Patriots that had the man in the
right. He was like with the cam on his head. Beat them so bad they had to change colors and logos.
Right.
Number 2, I agree with you on the 89 49ers, 14-2, best offense in the league. How do you have Roger Craig, John Taylor, and Jerry Rice in his prime? He had 200 yards receiving in that Super Bowl.
Fullback Tom Raffin, you had Eric Wright, not Easy E, Eric Wright, and you had Merton Hanks, man. We was loaded. Don't
forget Littlefinger.
You don't get up off Ronnie Lott. We had Guy McIntyre, man. We had that team was dead.
That team was unfair. That was a cheat code. Next up, 92 Cowboys. Cowboys.
Mom named bitch. I'm gonna call him bitch.
Were they bitches when they went up to out there to Candlestick and ended Charles' dynasty? Remember that game? Remember Alvin Harper on the slant?
Go Big Orange.
Number 4, the 99 Rams, the greatest show on turf.
I wasn't gonna put them on there because I thought that was gonna hurt you.
It did hurt me, and it does hurt me. But that team right there was a championship caliber team. But come on, man, that greatest show on turf. I think. Do you think they would have scored on the 85 Bears defense?
No.
Interesting. That would have been good to see. And I got the 04 Patriots, the one who won the back-to-back to knock off T.O. and the Eagles when he was playing with the Brooklyn.
See, remember I told you earlier, I said my list, only reason why the Eagles aren't on the list is because
the Eagles ain't on the list, and neither are the Chiefs, okay, Justin?
But,
okay, Mike?
Because they're not a dynasty. Like, before, let me finish before I get to, because the Chiefs are a dynasty. I'm giving them that. Let me take dynasty out. An era. The 49ers ran the 80s. The bitches ran the 90s. The Patriots ran the 2000s. The Chiefs are running the 2010s. Philly has always been relevant because they was Philly. And then they had Randall Cunningham, which brought a lot of us in. But Philly does not have the lineage of some of these other organizations. And that was what I really based mine upon.
The Philadelphia Eagles, Tasha, are the great value 49ers. They want to be a rival of the Cowboys, but we'll never look at them the way we look at the 49ers. Ever.
Now, don't get me wrong. It has nothing to do with the tush push.
That play needs to go, but go ahead.
That offense, look at your wide receivers. Look at your running back, even though I think you're a bitch. Look at your running back. Then you go, they're kind of evenly distributed on offense.
No, that's true. They were a complete team.
I mean, I just don't see them as like one of the greatest teams. That was a good team.
That was a good team. Are they tush pushing the 85 Bears?
Man,
that answer is no. Are they going to beat the 89 49ers in the NFC Championship game?
No. No.
Are they going to beat the 92 Cowboys in the NFC Championship game?
No.
99 Rams are going to score 50 points on them.
Yeah, they defense.
The 04 Patriots is going to beat them no. Like, they had a great season, a great run, but no, let's not. They're not going to win the Super Bowl next year.
And the reason I didn't put the Chiefs on the list, I know our good brother Marcus Stone and Sasha would understand this, because I still believe most of their victories were wind-aided, and that means they had help from the officials. If you track and field, your time is usually faster because the wind is behind you. That's a wind-aided time.
I'm not going to dispute that. There was a couple of questionable calls in the Buffalo game. I'm going to just keep that real.
Yeah.
Talk to who you shouting out this week.
Oh man, I was too busy doing my homework. I did all my shout outs kind of doing the show. Hell.
I did my shout outs during the show as well. I also want to give a shout out to the Una Bears and Carter Paul Coulter. They start training camp tomorrow as they get ready to get another season started. I want to give a happy heavenly birthday on June 1st tomorrow to my grandfather, Paul Tate. I want to send a happy birthday to my uncle Stanley, who celebrated his birthday yesterday. Our boy Brayson Roman, who will be on the show in July when we come back from our post-finals vacation. He will be on the show. He's fired up to talk to you. He's a big LeBron fan and a Cowboys fan, and he has been chomping at the bit.
I'm ready to eat his ass up. I don't care if you guessed or not.
So I'm looking forward to that. He's a follower of the show. He's in Mexico with his lovely lady celebrating his birthday.
I'm debating on whether or not I want to go to Aruba in a couple of weeks.
Oh, wait a minute. I was thinking that too, Denise. Because women do that nowadays, eating ass. Brayson?
Are we not at an age where we don't have to say pause and no diddy?
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna turn it on you for a change. Now when I say that, you're like, no, because I'm the one that usually say, no, we don't do pause. But that was a good one. You gonna eat his ass up?
Look, I don't eat where it stink.
Take us out of here, Tasha. There's nothing else to say after that. Take us out of here. Mama, where's the Go Blue, Mama? Mama, I need your Go Blue. In this shit. No. Denise and Tasha has ended this show right now. Like, come on. Give it to me in Spanish so I can hit this red end stream button.
Vamos, Azul.
Bro.
I'm so glad Jody was not on this show. I'm so glad.
Screaming. You ought to be, Denise, because y'all totally derailed this show. And that's what I was waiting on. We out of here, y'all. Go Blue. Angela Coach has spoken. We'll see y'all next week.